lessons then, or you just did your own thing?
No, my parents. So the quick and dirty story is they bought me a Magnus chord organ for my 5th birthday. I wore it out in 3 months.
Oh my gosh.
So then they took me to the Wurlitzer Piano and Organ Store in Tri-County Mall, if anybody remembers where that is, or used to be. And then they were talking to the guy about a piano and, about purchasing a piano, and I hopped up on the biggest theater organ they had up there and started playing. Right-hand notes, left-hand chords, and my feet wouldn't reach the pedals. So my parents were like, well, an organ makes a lot more sounds than a piano, so let's get this tiny one over here and try this. And so they got me that little piano. It came with a adult learn how to play course with 3 cassette tapes. I had all the songs learned within 6 months. And by the time that I was 8 or 9 years old, I could play 200 songs by memory, and it just that's where things started.
So you never had to take lessons?
Well, I did get some lessons finally when I was between 7 and 8. They did find somebody to take someone that was that young, because they typically did not.
Yeah, because that's...
And Mr. Brinkmiller was his name.
That does something. Would you put on an organ though?
There are lots of different things here.
And that's by those buttons in the middle that change
the... So, very quickly on this, you have a bunch of different things. That's why I recommended this particular keyboard for a couple of reasons. You'd be hard pressed to outgrow it.
Yeah.
Okay. It has a pretty decent real weighted piano action, which is important to get your fingers to do things. And it with all the sounds and things that are with it.
That sounds like Styx.
I can change to disco mode.
Yeah.
Yeah, there he goes. Yeah.
These speakers sound amazing. Actually, since I obviously don't have don't have the manual out, so I'm not exactly sure what I'm looking for.
So once I learned to just play like the regular piano part, will I be able to play all those different kinds? It's just a different sound it puts out, but you play them the same way? I mean, it's the same thought process?
Basically.
Okay.
The notes are all the same. How you might approach them might be different. So for instance, you can play the strings. I really like the sound of that.
Well, that's Led Zeppelin.
It's a very nice string sound, but I mean, play the same notes. When you get into other instruments, so the organ's the big one. You would attack the organ, and it's the same notes, but you would play it a little bit differently because of the way that. Let's see what else is in here. function. This is all stuff that I'll get in with you as we go through this, and you learn how to play and learn these different things. It's funny, they had this sound they named "Follow Me," which is going to be that's right from that's wrong. That's the wrong key I played it in. It's in G. I'll be playing that on February 1st at the
Genesis
Memorial House for my Genesis.
Genesis Retouched.
Oh, these are amazing. And then
Winston, it's okay. It's the big baby. It's Mama's baby.
all kinds of fun stuff in here.
So you gotta start learning the basics then. Is it that hard, you think, for me as an older person? I know kids learn easier, they say.
Well, they do because they have no preconceived notions of anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I teach a lot of kids up at the School of Rock and Mason. So
yeah.
And I have some adult students there too. So it's all a matter of learning just about the keyboard to start with, where the first thing I teach everybody is the fact that you have 12 notes. And basically that's the 12 notes. Things start to repeat again after the 12th note, right? And your keyboard is laid out in a pattern where you have obviously all the white keys, but you have a group of 2 and a group of 3. A group of 2, group of 3, group of 2. The first key that you come across that we call home bass is middle C, just to the left of 2 black keys in the dead center middle of the keyboard.
Oh, okay.
Now there's lots of C's, right? Because there's that one too, but you can't see the black keys there. But middle C is important for a couple of reasons. It's kind of our home bass, and when you look at a piece of sheet music that has both treble and bass clef on it, middle C is exactly in between both of those staves. So it's right in the middle of the music, right in the middle of the keyboard, and that's kind of our home base. Everything we do starts from there. And then we learn scales. We learn how to find chords from there. 1, 3, and 5 of any scale is a major triad. 1, 3, flat, and 5 is a minor chord. Then you have 1, 2, and 5 suspended second, 1, 4, and 5 suspended fourth, 1, 3, and 6 is a 6th chord, 1, 3, 5, and 7, major 7th, 1, 3, 5, flat 7, dominant 7th, 1, 3, flat, 5, 7, flat, minor 7th. Then you go to 9 keys. But here's the thing. Once you learn the pattern to find the scale, root, full step, half step, full step, full step, full step, half step, you can find that everywhere. So C is easy because it's all white keys, right? But you get into something like F sharp, root, full step, half step, full step, half step. Okay, you can kind of hear the relationship between the tones, right? It sounds kind of weird.
Yeah.
But the whole thing is the intervals between the steps are the same, even though you're playing combinations now of black and white keys. But the finding of chords is the same process. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Major, flat third, minor, suspended second, suspended fourth, sixth chord, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Your major seventh, flat seven, dominant seventh, flat third, minor seventh. Same deal, right? So if you can figure out how to find the 8 notes of the scale, and you can count those 8 notes, you can use the chart that I'll provide to you to find all those chords.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it becomes
All right.
really, really easy. Flats are always a half step down. Sharps are always a half step up. And then we talk about maybe reading a little bit of music, but I don't do a whole lot of music reading. I can teach it.
Yeah.
I read it maybe at 4th, 5th grade level as far as sight reading is concerned, but I can figure it out. I can look at it and say, okay, this is what that's doing. But I do a lot faster if I hear something that I
Yeah,
can.
then you can just repeat it. I hope I can do that.
This is a really, really gorgeous instrument.